alone without Chrissy, so you have to bear with me. I want to tell you today how I did end up in Jamaica, which is a question most people ask me about always. The thing is, I always wanted to leave Germany since I was a little child. My both parents, mother and father, they worked on boats, on ships. They traveled the entire world, and I just find that so amazing. And so I thought that would be for me. And I was married back then, right? So my husband and I, we thought about moving to Australia. I thought it was a good idea because my father, he was living there, so it would be no problem for us to get our stay, even though we had to fill out tons and tons and tons of papers. Really, it was just wow. But during that same time, while we were filling out those papers, my friend came and she told us about Jamaica. Now Jamaica is so nice. She came from her second vacation there, and she just she described it so wonderfully. And she said we could work there. She meet somebody, and they said we could work there as tour guides. They are looking German-speaking tour guides, and everything would be no problem. So somehow she convinced me to come along with her on another trip, like was July 89. And we went for 4 weeks to Jamaica. My mom, she went along with us, and we stayed in a small hotel on Button Road across Doctor's Cave Beach. Really nice hotel. We went for an interview, which was really quite short. German lady who did run the company, all she did say was like, well, anytime you're back, just let me know, and of course you can start working here. So much about that. Meanwhile, we did do all the touristy things. We went to Dunsborough Falls and Rose Hall and whatever was nearby, and we met a couple of people, and somebody told us he knew somebody who knew somebody who could rent us a house. Yeah, so we went to that guy and he showed us the house, and we did like it. It was not finished yet, but he promised it would be finished in December or the end of the year, because we said we would need like maybe 3 months to be back. About that, yeah. So after the 4 weeks vacation, I was so excited and went back home. Didn't know how to tell my husband that I changed my mind. So I told him, we are not going to Australia, we are going to Jamaica. And bless him, all he did say was like, no problem. And I found that quite cool, because I thought he would give me quite a headache and say, oh, you crazy or something. And no, but he didn't. So we started selling all of our things and find somebody else for the flat to take over. Try to tell my mother, which was really hard for me to leave her behind, but she always encouraged me, and she always said, you need to do what you need to do and just do it. So I had 2 dogs also, I remember. It was really sad. I wanted to carry them with me to Jamaica, but it was so complicated. They would have to stay in quarantine in England for 6 months. Would you believe that? So after 6 months, most likely the dog wouldn't even recognize me anymore, and to stay in a small cage, I just couldn't do it. So we found 2 nice people who adopted the dogs, and they really had a good life, because we visited them a year later, and they did have a good life. The day we went to the airport was sad. I had to say goodbye to my husband for the time being, because he said he was going to work a little longer and make some more money, and he would come later. So my friend and I, we went ahead. We went to Frankfurt Airport, and from Frankfurt to Miami. And I remember in Miami with our huge luggage, I mean, God knows what we did carry. And I think that was the first moment we realized what we actually did have done. It came as a shocker. So it was like, oh my God, what did we do? And even the night before, people were betting on our goodbye party. People were betting, and they were just saying like, Gabi, you're gonna be the first one who's gonna be back. Most definitely, Gabi, you're gonna be the first one. Yeah, Annette, my friend, she went back after 1 year because she fell in love with this German guy, and I went back and I stayed for 25 years. So after we reached Jamaica finally, we went to the house which we thought we would be renting, and of course it wasn't finished. But the guy was nice enough. He said, "Oh, it's no problem. You can stay with me for like, let's say 2 or 3 weeks, and by that time the house will be finished." And that's what we did. I still remember we were the only 2 white people in the entire village, and all the children that came by, everybody actually came by just to take a look at us, which really was funny. Later on, we moved into the place. There were no furniture, no anything. I mean, there was a kitchen and a sink, and yeah, we had running water and current and stuff like it. It was really a nice place. I did love it there, but we didn't have no furniture. But by the time we got that too, and it was really wonderful. And I never, ever, ever did regret moving to Jamaica. Never, ever. And the reason why I decided to move to Jamaica was it's just beautiful. The greenery did really impress me. People were awesome and really nice. And I remember when I left the airplane, when we arrived and the door opens, and I just had this feeling of homecoming, like I reached home. And I tell you no lie, it really was like that. And I just fell in love with the place. And I don't know, you can't say no more. That was just it. So that's my story, how I got to be in Jamaica. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye, and subscribe, share, like, and please comment down below. And if you have any ideas what we could do next, no problem, just comment below. Thanks for watching.